So have a seat. Kitty's on the lap, really nice, like animal weight to help you feel really grounded. So if you've got that, go with it. As always, if you do have blocks handy, if you like the idea, if you like how it feels starting out, to have a block either between your feet or between your thighs. Sometimes that can feel really nice. You can also take a strap and strap it around your thighs. That just offers a little support and feedback sometimes, which can be really nice. So welcome to do that. Sometimes starting out, that just feels like too much. So that's absolutely fine as well. So find the place where you can be. And welcome Jim and Tim. They are there. I cannot see them yet. We're glad to have you here. Before we sit quietly for a few moments, let's just go ahead and give the shoulders a little roll out. Kind of just observe how this is feeling. How crunchy are they today, I guess is the question. Mine are pretty crunchy. Start to switch directions, so rolling in the opposite direction. Let's roll back again a few times. And when you feel complete with that, again, hands return back to your thighs or your kitty. Allow your eyelids to close. Really root down into your sit bones. And then lengthen through the sides of your waist. And let's take a smooth, deep, full inhale together. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go. Ha. A few times like that. Deep, full, smooth, steady. Inhale. Sigh the breath out, let it go. Like 2 or 3 more times. On your own. With each exhale, let a little stress go. So we're all so busy. We all have so many things going on. It just seems like, life is back to usual. We all are overscheduled. Lots of stuff going on. Life's busy. See if you can just sigh some of that out here. As you feel ready, you start to inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Perhaps finding your Ujjayi breath. That feels good. So constricting the sides of your throat. Creating that soft rush of air on the back of your throat. It sounds like ocean waves rolling in and out. This breath is useful in many ways. It gives us something to focus on, focus our attention on. It's a heating breath. But also just that sound of the breath, bringing your attention to the breath, be very calming. Be very centering. We're going to be here a couple moments before we sit in stillness. Just check in with your shoulders, make sure they're not creeping up around your ears. Maybe you're gripping your fingers or toes a little bit here, see if you can soften there. There might be some tension in the inner thigh and groin area, see if you can soften there. So yes, you're sitting with some effort. It requires a certain amount of strength to sit like this, but we also want to make this as easy as possible. So we want to temper it with a sense of ease. See if you can find that spot, and then just drop into that steady rhythm of your breath for a couple moments. Soak up the stillness. a deep full inhale here. Open your mouth, side of the back off. Blink your eyes open. Let's just move into some very simple, gentle seated cat-cow here. So hands on thighs as you inhale, you rock forward on your sit bones. This is like a cobra pose for the upper body. So back bending in the thoracic. As you exhale, you round in. Inhaling, arch forward. Exhale, find a cat stretch, chin towards chest. And then continuing like this. And you might want to close your eyes again. Sometimes that feels really nice. You can kind of take your mind's eye to your spine. You can get curious about how it's feeling. We're going to be here for several rounds. Just a simple movement. Working with connecting movement with the breath, you're going to notice that things start to open up in a really nice way here. Great little sequence to do, a few times during the day, whenever you think about it. Really nice in the morning to wake the body up, wake the mind up. You might even play with, I'm giving you homework this week. What kind of yoga is this? Maybe see about doing just this gentle cat-cow stretching a few times a day. So earlier midday and then maybe later in the day. And then your homework is to pay attention to how your body feels different as your day progresses. For me, I actually love practicing yoga in the morning, but I'm really tight. It takes me extra long to find a sense of ease. So if you'd like to start adding one arm, then the other here, so we gently warm up the shoulder girdle, you're welcome to do that. You can always try it out. Some days it feels great, some days it doesn't. There he is, there's Jim, hello. The man of the hour has arrived. It feels like a yoga class now. Good work. If you would like to play with doing both arms at the same time, you're welcome to. That might feel like it requires a little extra core, which some days that can feel really nice. Some days it feels like too much. Again, we're always checking in. We're always assessing. So our yoga practice is a little different every time we show up. And we want to account for that. We want to be okay with that. Beautiful work. If you're alternating arms, maybe do like 2 more to each side. So you're probably going to finish up on that left side. Good. And then you'll just come to a nice tall seat and refresh your posture here. So we're coming into our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Again, just maybe peek down at your feet. Make sure that you're landing with your knee over your ankle. Good. And then let's move into some neck work right away. So go ahead and drop your chin towards your chest. Starting out, you might not be dropping your chin very far. So a lot of tension in the back of the neck, thoracic cervical spine for most of us. You can think of your breath as like a masseuse, actually. It's just kind of opening up the shoulders, the neck, creating some space, some ease. Some days it's really slow work. Once again, just checking with your shoulders. Are they trying to help out? Are they getting involved? Are they raising up towards your ears? If so, just soften them down. You can just pretend that someone is there gently pressing down on your shoulders, just getting a little weight there. Say you could weight your cat on top of your shoulders, but I don't think that that's going to work for them. I think that they're like more into laps and stuff. And also it being their idea. All right, we're going to inhale, lift our chin. And then exhale, nothing too fancy here starting out. Just drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. We'll take several breaths like this. Really send your exhale to that left side of your neck, those scaling muscles. Can feel really, really tight here. So you keep that breath moving. You back out a little bit if you need to. And then from here, let's keep our right ear moving towards our right shoulder. Let's start to tuck the chin a little. That's going to shift where you're getting sensation in the back of the neck. What's going on with your breath? Sometimes we get hyper focused on these poses and we stop breathing, or we're not breathing as deep. So it's always useful to check in from time to time. Lift your chin. Inhale, head comes back to center. And then exhale, just drop that left ear towards your left shoulder. And again, just feeling those shoulder blades gently releasing down your back towards your sit bones. How does this side feel as compared to the other side? Just make sure that the shoulders aren't trying to get involved here. Keep leaning this left ear off to the left. Start to tuck your chin a little bit and observe how that just shifts where you're feeling sensation. That's smooth and steady. Inhale, chin lifts, comes back to center. And then let's just do a little flow. So exhale, release chin down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Good, inhale, center. This time let's exhale, lift the chin. Might not go very far. Back to center. Good, exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale up to center. Exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chin lifts. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Beautiful work. Inhale, up to center. Good, exhale, chin towards chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the head back. And let's actually hang out here for a few breaths. Maybe do a little less if it feels really intense. So we don't often move in this way, so it would feel like a lot stretching at the front of the neck. Up and smooth and steady. Right, inhale up to center. So close this round, exhale left ear, left shoulder. Inhale up to center. And then again, let's give those shoulders a roll out. So doing this simple movement again. Maybe it's feeling different, so just notice that, observe that. Roll forward. You roll back again. And then let's just do some shoulder crunches. So inhale, ears up, not ears, shoulders up towards your ears, and release. Sigh the breath out through your mouth. So actually creating a lot of tension, and then when you release it, you can feel that sense of release and relief. Couple more. And then just go ahead and find your Tadasana pose again. Let's release our arms by our sides. We're going to just start to do a little lateral side to side stretching. Little flow here. So inhale, lean up to the right, left arm comes up and over. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, up to the left we go. Good, exhale, release. And then you're just moving at your pace, so it might be a little different line. Side to side. Breath might be moving a little faster. That often feels good if you're feeling a little lethargic, a little tired, you need a little pick-me-up. Conversely, if you're a little anxious, if there's just like so much on the to-do list, you're a little stressed out, see about slowing your breath down. And your eyes could be closed here. Only do that if you feel pretty safe and stable. Sometimes closing the eyes can challenge the balance a little bit, but it's also a really nice way to get a little more internal. So you can kind of almost feel more what's happening inside your body. Let's do a few more rounds to each side. Maybe you're finding a little more movement side to side. So this is a really wonderful way to move the spine. Trunk of the body. Let's say the next time you're leaning off to the right, left arm is up. You're going to hang out there. Soften those shoulder blades down your back. Really stretch through your left fingertips, even as you're anchoring into that left sit bone. You might start to bring your gaze up underneath that top arm. You might even tuck your chin a little bit here. So again, just stretching into the neck. Breath smooth and steady. Good, exhale, release that side, and then inhale, right arm goes up and over. Good, so getting all of this beautiful stretch to this right side of your waist as you root down into that sit bone and lengthen through those right fingertips. Both shoulder blades are releasing down. Maybe spinning your gaze up underneath that top arm, and then perhaps even tucking your chin here. Good. Exhale and release. Come to your mountain pose, your Tadasana. Close your eyes. Check in. So steady your breath if it's set up. So you're feeling some heat in your body as we start to move and work a little more. shadow in my head starting to slow down a little bit, quiet. And gently leave your eyes open here. All right, so let's come into some hip stretching. So a couple of options. If seated pigeon pose works for you, you can take your right ankle, cross it above your left knee, and take that right hand, gently press down. Only do that if you're seeking a little more sensation. So for those of us that are a little more flexible. So for a lot of us, most of us, the hips are pretty tight, so you might not need to do any extra at all. If this variation isn't working for you for any reason, you can simply open up that right leg, so bringing it into the warrior two leg. And again, here, maybe you're taking your hand and gently pressing back, so using the strength of your arm to help you find a little more hip. Well, let's take like 7 or 8 really good, long, steady breaths here. So just holding the pose. It's going to be quite intense. It's challenging to hold poses, especially when we're getting a lot of sensation. If it's ever unbearable sensation, you get out of the pose or you do less, you find some way to modify. Yes, we want some stretch. Yes, it's okay if it's intense. There's that fine line where it's too much. It's moving towards being injurious. You want to be doing this for many, many, many years to come. Good. So let's go ahead, find our eagle leg. So if you're here, you can just start to slide that right thigh on top of your left. If you're in the warrior two leg variation, join us here as well. And arms can just be by your side. I want you to kind of just envision that there's corn cob holders pressing into your outer hips. You're kind of squeezing everything into the midline. Maybe that helps you to sit a little taller. We're going to find a twist here. So as you inhale, arms reach out wide. Take a nice deep inhale. So as you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Then exhale one more time, twist to the left. Come back to center. And then exhale, you're going to twist to the right. And this time you're going to take your left hand to that right knee, thigh. Right hand can grab a piece of chair behind you. And then I want you to think cobra pose in this upper body. So we're twisting the spine. We're also finding some back bend here, especially in the thoracic, the upper spine. So there's that lift of the sternum up towards the ceiling. As your shoulder is pressed back, you're wrapping your left waist to the right. You're listening to that sound of your breath, that inhale through the nose, that exhale through the nose. One more breath here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, unwind. Let's keep our legs in this configuration and we're going to take a little forward fold. So you might not go very far. So you just have hands resting on that right knee. If you do have blocks or a table in front of you would be really good. You can take your hands there. I'm gonna set up my blocks. And even here that we're hinging forward at the hip crease. So this is a forward fold. Can you still think a little back bend in the upper body? So there's a little lift. Your sternum. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm actually finding this variation with the legs crossed like this kind of gets into some interesting places in the lower back. You might even be feeling it a little bit in your armpits. So get curious about that. Everything's a little more contained with the legs crossed like this as opposed to the pigeon pose that we started out in. And as such, the stretch feels a little different. The places that it goes to is a little different. A few more good breaths here. Really nice work. We're gonna inhale, come on up. Then you can uncross that right thigh. And we take our second side. And as always, second side might look a little different than the first side. So again, your options are to be in this warrior two leg. Still a nice hip stretch. It's also a nice inner thigh groin stretch. Or perhaps you are crossing that left ankle above your right knee and then pressing down into that thigh. And we're going to be here again, about 7 or 8 slow, steady breaths. If you want to close your eyes here, you're welcome to do so. Just noticing how this side feels. Your eyes are closed, you can gently blink them open. We're going to make our way into those Gomukhasana legs, cow face legs here. So crossing that left thigh over your right thigh. And again, just imagine those corn cob holders just gently pressing in. So you're feeling a little lengthening through the spine as you get that outer hip, lower belly pulling in enough support, that feeling. Inhale, arms reach out and up. The shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. Inhale to center. And then we exhale, twist to the left. Lengthen out, and then sitting nice and tall, release your arms down. So you're just getting a little leverage. Hand against thigh, pressing those shoulder heads back, feeling that lift of the sternum. These look really beautiful. Just giving everything a little bring out here. Twists are so healthy for the spine. Let's get into that full range of movement. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale and wind to come to center. And then again, we find that little forward fold, and it might be really little. You might be leaning forward just the tiniest amount, especially with the legs crossed like this. This can be really intense. Maybe hands come on the wall in front of you, or a table. Perhaps you have blocks. Breath smooth and steady here. Send that exhale to the places that are really tight. Love. We'll work on your next inhale. You're going to slowly start to roll on up. Then let's uncross that left thigh. Come back to your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Just landing with your legs about hips distance apart. Rooting down into your sit bones, rooting down into your feet. That helps you to find that extension through the spine, that lift of your sternum up towards the ceiling. Let's move into some half sun salutes here. So just flowing a little bit, which will feel really nice. And release your arms by your side. Inhale, take the arms either out enough or forward enough, depending upon what feels better for you. As you exhale, you can swan dive in, or you can use your hands on your thighs to help you roll on. Inhale, you might take your hands to blocks if you have them there still. Extending forward, this is like a cobra pose, or our Uttanasana. As we exhale, we round back in. Chin towards chest. And then rooting down. You can reverse swan, dive out. You can use your hands pressing to your thighs to help you come up. Maybe gaze up, press palms. Exhale, hands can come to heart center. You can take them out wide, whatever feels good. So lots of ways that we can vary these sensations. Inhaling, take up space, feel really graceful. Exhale, just moving with your breath, folding in here, Uttanasana. Inhaling into Ardha Uttanasana. So we exhale, we fold back into Uttanasana. And rooting down, taking arms out and up. And exhale. And bring hands to heart center. So let's take 3 more of these. I'm not going to cue you. You can move with me. You're not feeling sun salutes today. Just come back to that seated cat-cow. Really just make these your own right now. Find a sense of ease and grace and rhythm in your body so you can connect this movement. Really soaking up that sound of your breath. It's like your soundtrack. When you jump your third round, just pause with your palms together at your heart, eyes closed. Observe how your body is feeling. Observe how your mind is feeling. Gently blink your eyes open, release your arms by your sides. All right, so let's come into crescent pose. We'll do a little lateral stretching with it and then also find a twist with our crescent pose. So we're gonna keep the right knee bent, so it's gonna pretty much stay exactly where it's at. And then if it's available to you, you can extend your left leg to straight. Also fine if you keep both knees bent. So let's release our arms by our sides. Let's inhale, take the arms out and up, gaze up. Press palms, and then exhale, hands come back down to heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Good, inhale, take up space. Exhale. Inhaling. Good, exhale. And this time we inhale, reach on up. All right, so hold on to that idea or return to that idea of having those corn cob holders just pressing into your outer hips. Bring your right fingertips to your left wrist, pull up. And then squeeze those outer hips a lot, pull your lower belly in and up. And then as you exhale, side bend any amount to the right. Shoulder blades keep squeezing in towards each other and releasing down your back towards your sit bones. Maybe you're gazing up underneath the top line. You can stay in this variation if you'd like to just release that right hand down. You're welcome to do so. And let's inhale up to center. Good, exhale, take the arms out wide. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. Good, and then exhale, twist to the right. And then again, just release down. So left hand might come to the outside of that right thigh. It might be on your left thigh. You might be moving towards bringing your gaze out over your right shoulder. If this twist is feeling really, really nice for you, you're going to stay here like this. If you would like to, stay in the twist, but just bring your palms together at your heart. Deep inhale. And then exhale, hinge forward. So maybe bringing that left elbow to rest on your right thigh. It might come to the outside of the right thigh. It just depends on how twisting feels in your body. If you're in this variation, you're really pressing that right palm into the left palm. That's helping to find a little leverage to wrap those left ribs up towards the ceiling. Beautiful work. Make sure you're breathing. And just notice how it's hard to fill up on an inhale when we're in these really deep twists. When we're deep inhale, you're hinging forward, you can stay there. So whatever twist you're in, you're just going to exhale, come to center, and we're going to move towards another forward fold here. So again, you might be pretty upright. You might have your hands on a table or a piece of wall in front of you. If you have your blocks, you can use those. Another little forward fold. See if you can find even more extension from your lumbar, your lower back. And then just kind of telescope that feeling all the way up your spine. Smooth and steady. Good. We're going to inhale, come out of this. So if you'd like to use the core a little bit, maybe reverse swan dive up. Find that crescent pose. Maybe you're just pressing your hands up to your thighs. Really nice. It's nice work. All right, go ahead and rebend that left knee if that leg is extended straight. And then extend the right leg to straight. If you're choosing that variation, legs are about hip distance apart here. Release your arms by your sides. Inhale, arms reach on and up. Take up lots of space. Exhale, palms towards heart center. Inhale. Maybe bringing your gaze up. Beautiful. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time we inhale, reach up. Find your corn cob holders, feel those outer hips squeeze in. Bring your left fingertips to your right wrist. Get lots of length on that right side. Exhale. Side bend to the left. And even as you're getting all of this lengthening, this stretching to the right side, can you continue to roll those left ribs up towards the ceiling? You want to release your left hand down. You're welcome to do so. The shoulder blades releasing towards your sit bones. If you're gazing up underneath that top one. Good, let's inhale up to center. Exhale, take the arms out wide. Nice, deep inhale. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, we twist left. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Nice work. As you exhale, you twist left. Reach out and then release hands down. So the side might feel different. So if you need a little less twist, you take your right hand to your right thigh. Otherwise, twisting feels pretty good in your spine. You can take left hand, right hand rather, to the outside of your left thigh. And then you kind of press that hand against the thigh, even as your thigh is pressing out. It just helps you to find a little more of this twist in the spine. And we've also got the back bend happening in the thoracic. Perhaps you're bringing your gaze out towards that left shoulder. So this is a really yummy, beautiful twist. If it's feeling good, you stay here. You need not go any further. If you wanted to, you could bring your palms to heart center. So you're staying in the twist as you do that. And then as you exhale, hinge forward, bringing that right elbow on top of that left thigh or to the outside. Again, it just depends on what's going on in your body today. And then really firm that left palm down into the right palm. Maybe that helps you to wrap those right ribs up a little more. Be very purposeful about your inhale. Really try to fill up, even though it's challenging in these twists. Two more good, full, complete breaths here. Move deep inhale. And as you exhale, you unwind whatever variation you're in, and we find a little forward fold. Variation of our pyramid pose, our Parshvottanasana. Even as you're forward folding, can you find a little back bend in the upper body? Might just be an idea. It counts. Beautiful. So we're going to roll on up, or if you wanted to do that reverse swan dive up, find one final crescent pose here. Good, and then exhale, hands are center. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Let's move into some Viloma I breath today. So this is our 3-part breath. So inhaling in 3 stages, little retention, a little holding of the breath. So we've all done this together before, so let's just close our eyes here. Take a nice smooth deep inhale through the nose. Full complete exhale through the nose. You're going to inhale 1/3 of the way up to your belly button. Pause. Inhale another 1/3 of the way up. Pause the breath. Inhale all the way up underneath your collarbones. Slowly exhale here out through your nose. Take a couple rounds of recovery breath. Inhale together. Full complete exhale. Empty out, little pause at the bottom, the belly pulls in and out. And then inhale up to your belly button, pause the breath. Inhale to those lowermost floating ribs, pause the breath. Inhale all the way up underneath your collarbones. Pausing the breath, feel that lift of your sternum, but keep the shoulders relaxed. Turn the breath around, exhale through your nose. Recovery breath when you get to the bottom. Let's do one final round here. So smooth, deep, steady inhale through the nose. Full complete exhale through the nose. Inhale 1/3 of the way up, pause. Inhale another the other way up, pause the breath. Inhale all the way up underneath your collarbones. And then exhale your out through your nose. And from here, we move towards some form of rest, Shavasana. You might stay exactly as you are, but you just sort of shift your mindset a little bit. You are welcome to come into classic Shavasana laying on the floor if that's something that feels good to you. You have a table or desk in front of you, a little forward fold, resting on your forehead can feel really nice. And just find a place where you can soak up these final moments of class. Set up for this transition from doing our yoga practice into moving into the rest of our day. Really give yourself permission not to think about anything just yet, so soak up the stillness. Soak up the sense of ease you've created in your body, a sense of space. Shavasana. Satoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Joytirgamaya Mrityomamritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Inhale is deeper. You can open your mouth side and without. Let it go. Ha. And then you're just bringing some gentle movement to your body, whatever that looks like. Circling shoulders, circling ankles, wrists, wiggling fingers, so stretching out. Whatever you need here. And you'll eventually just land with your hands in a pile on top of your heart. Send yourself love and gratitude. Send your body love and gratitude. Send each other love and gratitude. It's a gift to work like this together, to move like this. It's not always easy, but it does make a difference. And just promise yourself you're going to carry this good feeling you've worked so hard to create with you into the rest of the day, week, weekends ahead. Finally, just bow your head with a smile. Beautiful work today. So good seeing all of you. Thank you.